In this video, we're going to talk through how to receive a competitive job offer in a competitive job market. I'm Rita Baroody, career success coach, executive recruiter, and author of Find Me a Rockstar. And I'm here to make your life easier because this job market is a little crazy and you really need to take certain action steps to be successful. Let's get right into it. I'll be walking throughout this whole video, so excuse me if I'm out of breath at times. Let's get right into it. To really help you fully understand this job market, I want to talk through one specific person I recently helped who has the entire skill set to land a competitive job offer in this market. Yet, when he came to me asking for help, he mentioned that, hey, I hired someone that did my LinkedIn profile, did my resume, and I'm still not getting the responses I would like. I'm not attracting the right opportunity. I'm attracting opportunities that are not in alignment with what I'm looking for in my next career move. So what did we do? Let's walk through some steps. Let's walk through 5 steps in what we did to help John, for confidentiality purposes, land a competitive job offer. Number 1, we looked at his LinkedIn again. Just because you relied on a specific expert does not mean they are an expert. It means that you might need additional advice from someone in the industry who's seen the best practices. Unfortunately, there are people in this world that say that they're experts, but they are not experts. They are lying. So be aware. Warning here, be aware. Do your diligence before you ever hire a resume person, a LinkedIn person. They're not going to fully get it if they've never searched for a job themselves. They haven't helped thousands of candidates. So please be aware of that. Now, second, what we did is we looked at his positioning and how he presented his experience. It was not going to be about just a technical skill set. It was going to be aligning his technical with the job description. So it's not just going into an interview and saying, okay, these are my accomplishments and they fully align. No, you have to speak the language of the company. Just remember that. Leverage their language, leverage how they communicate, leverage how their values align to your values. Now, what else did John also focus on heavily? He never relied on just one company for his success. He strategically selected specific opportunities that he would like to be considered for. He did not mass apply. He did not use AI bots to throw thousands of applications in the system. Instead, what he did was, and this is the right approach, what he did was he did some research on ChatGPT of the roles that he was targeting. He got quickly with a quick prompt which websites are associated with the roles, and then he told ChatGPT, these are my strategic targets. These are the companies that I would love to work for. So when he did that, it saved him a lot of time, first of all, because you do not want to apply manually all the time and spend so much time manually researching. Instead, please leverage ChatGPT. And then what he did was he didn't just go and apply to each role. He took additional action steps. And what are those action steps? Reach out to every single hiring authority that you feel could be associated with that specific role. And that means send them a connection request, send them an email. There's a great tool called hunter.io. Been using it for years. They have high success rate with verified email. It's free. Please use that tool. It's awesome. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but that is proven tool. I've also actually been successful myself in landing clients with using that tool. Doesn't mean you can't land a job using the tool. So when he did that, he then continued to follow up. He didn't just stop with a connection request, one email, let's follow up. Because the average candidate, the average person is doing the bare minimum. We want to be above average. And that's the way you win in a competitive job market. You cannot win by doing the same thing everyone else is doing. You have to be able to stick out. Step number 4, to stand out. Post on your LinkedIn profile, once it's fully optimized, post thought leadership. Why? The reason behind that, you've applied, you've reached out. Now, the hiring authority wants to know, what are you about? Are you the same average person that is applying? Well, guess what? That's going to get ignored. But if you're talking about insights in your industry and you are showing that you're knowledgeable, you have some wisdom, well, guess what? You are 10 times more valuable than that other 100 candidates that applied to their role. So do some diligence on that. Leverage ChatGPT again. Say, hey, what are the trends in my industry? Repost something that you're seeing on LinkedIn that makes sense, that shows that you're an expert, that you're not just that average person, average candidate. And that will lead to more success, because when they go on your LinkedIn profile, which is the first thing they do, they don't go on your resume anymore as the first step. They're going to see, oh, great. This is so amazing that you as a candidate know what you're talking about. You're staying in the know. So important. As things get automated in this world, how are you going to stick out too? You have to stay in the know and show that you're knowledgeable. People are going to pay attention to what's coming out of your mouth, what's coming out on social. So please do that for yourself to help you land a competitive job offer. Again, that attraction is so important in the job search process. We're usually more attracted to someone that can add value to our life. Think of it that way. A company is thinking, we would love to hire someone that is super valuable and will make our lives easier. So that thought leadership will attract more of what you want versus just having your profile, just liking other people's things and commenting on other people's things. Well, you got to put yourself first in this job search and in this world by making yourself valuable. So important. Now, let's get into step number 5. Now that John had a couple of opportunities, he turned down some because he was attracting a lot of great roles. And now he can actually choose where he wants to be versus the company telling him, okay, you have this one offer and, we know you're desperate, so let's lowball your offer. No, he wasn't in that position. He was in the position of power because he had multiple strategic targets in his job search, and he strategically continued to communicate with those hiring authorities, continued to put thought leadership out there. And that's what led him to receive a competitive offer. Now, the first specific offer they extended was not aligned to his expectation, but what occurred after is critical. You do not right away respond to an offer. What you do is you provide some silence, some space. You never, ever respond right away. What you do is you analyze, you think through it, you receive strategic guidance. In this case, he's my coachee. Great professional. We have an exclusive group that we work with, and I work with one-on-one with certain professionals that have huge ambitions, are high performing, and sometimes we do have them in our group where we help them more intimately. If you'd like to learn more, click the calendar link and schedule a time to see if we're a good fit. Now, when he received that offer, I said, share all of the details with me. I want to know every single detail. I want to know what this company, from a legal standpoint, put in this offer so I can help you to my best ability. So that's what he did. He shared those details. We analyzed the details. We analyzed them and said, hey, I think there's more room here. Now, you have another offer. You know you're not going to accept it, but let's leverage it. Let's leverage this job offer for this company. So we set up a few negotiation tactics, decided on the right tactic. He executed. He received $20,000 more. He also received an additional sign-on bonus, all because of this tactic that I shared with him. And I'm so happy that he landed a great opportunity where he's going to be happier. He was done with his other job. He did not want to be there anymore. And that was stressful. That's stressful for him. So when we got him out of that situation, he received a competitive offer. We're going to remain friends. Congratulations, John. Again, for confidentiality purposes, not going to mention his full name. He did the right thing. He executed on the right strategies. He's a not leverage anymore, an expert who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Be careful of that, please. I'm going to repeat that one. And then he continued to stay updated within our coaching. He attended the Q&A live sessions. He asked questions in my Slack. And that's what led to his success. His confidence level was all the way up, and not relying on one company. And that's what it takes to be successful in this competitive job market. See you in the next video.